Hello Sagittarius and welcome to my channel Attila Tarot. First of all, I would like to thank for all of you who have seen my previous videos, that you watched them, liked them, and especially if you subscribe. And I'm very grateful that you're back for more. If you're new to my channel, I'm glad you found me, and I hope that this reading will be helpful for you. Today we're going to take a look at what kind of energies you can expect in the month of June in the areas of love and relationship. But as usual, this is a general reading, so please take whatever resonates and leave the rest behind. But let's get started. The center of your reading, you do have the Empress. The Empress is an amazing energy. It has the energy of Venus, which is a very motherly, very nurturing, very creative energy. When it comes to relationship, it is definitely a good sign for a real good relationship to come into your life. If you're single, if you are in an existing relationship, this is a sign when the relationship is getting better, the relationship is getting deeper. It's an indication of good sex. It's an indication that can be pregnancy as well. So for some of you, maybe pregnancy is in the center of your reading for the month of June. But generally, it's a good way for the relationship to evolve. But let's see what are the surrounding cards, what they tell us. Your reading starts with the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is great because this is a card talking about long-term relationship stability and a relationship that is strong, solid. If you're single, that's definitely a good sign because it can be an indication that a stable relationship is coming into your life. If you are in a relationship, that's a sign that the relationship might be getting deeper. From a commitment perspective, it can be an indication of engagement, marriage, moving in together, buying a house together, definitely building a legacy with each other. It might be as well that you've been together for a long time. The Hanged Man is a card that is an indication of something that it's not necessarily going things the way you were hoping for. It's a very stagnant energy where you need to start to see things from a different perspective to get enlightenment, to see what you want going forward. The next card we have here is the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is a card of a decision. If you're looking at, there are two paths in front of him, and one of them is clearly shown that that's the path to go to. So what this really means is, in a relationships, it indicates that you need to make some kind of a decision, choose between two things. This can be, if you're single, maybe you have multiple people coming into your life and you have to choose between the two. If you are in a relationship, it might be that you have a relationship and you have a lover, or you have two people to choose from. So there's something definitely to choose from. Or if you're single, you might need to choose between staying single or getting into a relationship. There's definitely some kind of a new path that you need to decide whether you want to go down on that path or not. Next card is the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is an indication of a conflict that is rooting in the lack of communication. So there's definitely communication needs to be improved because when this card comes up, it indicates a situation where everybody is trying to win and one of them is giving up and walking away, and at the end of the day, it's kind of like a winning at all cost. But what that means that nobody is really winning. Now this can be a card that indicate this deceit, defeat, cheating, lying. It's definitely a conflict that is impacting both parties. And the next on the list is the Ten of Cups, which is great because the Ten of Cups is the card that shows you the rainbow after the rain. After the storm, finally a peaceful time comes up. This family went through a lot of hardship, but they choose to be happy. So I think this is an indication that you will be able to go through and figure out how to be happy. If you're single, it's a card that shows you that great happiness is coming into your life. And if you're in a relationship, this is it can be a sign that shows you that maybe you're gonna able to smooth things out between you and your partner. But again, this card also can be an indication of having children, especially with the Empress right above it. But let's see what's going to be the final outcome. But before that, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, because that's an indication for me that the message resonated with you, and it also helps me to grow the channel to make sure that more people get the message they need to. And for you, that's just a push of a button. So the reading continues with the Ten of Wands. And I have to kind of call attention that you do have 3 tens, 10, 10, 10 across the board, which is an indication of a cycle ending in your life. So there's some kind of a change coming to your love life. Now, but let's get going back to the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is carrying a lot of burden, carrying a lot of baggage, when you feel really overloaded. And this is kind of like an indication when something started to be very exciting, but that now that excitement is gone and it is more overburdened. And if you look at it, it's kind of going back to the Five of Wands. So I think this conflict is keep carrying some kind of a burden in the relationship if you are in a relationship. But this card is also indicating that you know, he's very close to getting his goals. So I think you are able to push through this if you keep going. But this is definitely can indicate a time, if you're in a relationship, when the magic from the relationship is gone, and you need to reignite things a little bit to have that initial spark back. You need to make more time to spend with each other. If you're single, you're carrying a lot of baggage, carrying a lot of burden as well. That might be prohibiting you to meet somebody. It can be an indication that you're just working too much and you just need to make more time in your life for love. And the next one we have here is the Devil. The Devil is the card that shows you some kind of addiction, secrecy, obsession, and it can be a card of abuse, especially that you do have the Five of Swords. So if you're in an abusive relationship, I definitely recommend you to ask for some kind of a help, because the Devil has this energy when you don't see a way out of something. Maybe you're in a relationship, you feel trapped in the relationship and you don't know how to get out of it. Again, as I said, the Devil can be a sign of addiction as well. An addiction that can be anything, maybe addicted to drugs, addicted to alcohol, and it might be that, you know, some of you is addicted to sex, because it's right beside the Empress, and the Empress is an indication of good sex. Maybe your partner is using sex as a weapon, because it's right at the Five of Swords. And for some of you might be that you're not able to, you don't know how to get rid of this burden that you're carrying, right? So there's something definitely here that is keeping you feeling trapped. Now the Devil can be as well a sign of sex without love, and I think for some of you probably the sex addiction can be something there's definitely in the message. Now again, if you're single, it might be that somebody might be coming into your life that you should avoid, because this person can be a bad influence. So whatever it is, make sure that you are paying attention to those signs. And the last card we have here is the Nine of Swords, which is a card of sleepless nights, fear, anxiety, when you are not able to sleep because your thoughts are keeping you up. So I think this situation, whatever the devil is causing you and all the burdens that you're carrying, this conflict is something that is holding you back. It's not letting you to sleep. Maybe the pregnancy or having children is the cause that feeling you, making you feel trapped in the relationship if you are in a relationship. But the Nine of Swords is something that you need to kind of relax a little bit, and again, you have the Hangman. You need to see things from a different perspective in order to find the happiness. But again, I see like a big change happening in your life, because you do have major arcanas, and you do have 3 tens, which is an indication of an end of a cycle. So Sagittarius, that's all I have for you. I hope that this reading resonated with you and helped you, and I'll see you. I hope just to see you again.